And let's move on to item 7.3, consideration of A, letter of support to the Lake County Resource Conservation District for a request for proposal to the Governor's Office of Planning and Research for the Forest Sector Market Development Grant with the Lake County Community Risk Reduction Authority, JPA, as the funded partner. And B, authorize County Counsel to provide services and invoice the Lake County Community Risk Reduction Authority, JPA, for up to 25 hours of grant support. And we have Terry Loxton with us.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
We will.
Okay. I'm very excited to bring this before you. As you have probably, in a couple of my presentations, I've talked about the Risk Reduction Authority joining the pilot projects, the biomass utilization and aggregation pilot projects. Well, at the last minute, the state of California decided that they needed to do an RFP process. And so the RRA considered and voted to allow me to respond on their behalf to this RFP. So I've been working on that a little bit. And then at the last minute realized that the Risk Reduction Authority in and of itself, which is a joint powers authority, wasn't quite eligible to apply on their own. For one, they don't have their own employer identification number. As you may recall, the county, through the County of Lake, through the bylaws and the administering entity of the Risk Reduction Authority, does the financials for them. And so we looked at other eligible agencies who could apply on their behalf. And of course, the Lake County Resource Conservation District, which does a lot of work in mitigation. Primarily what they were looking for was experience working with licensed timber operators and registered professional foresters, which the RRA in and of itself didn't have. The members do, but, you know, as an entity didn't, but of course the RCD does. And so they are submitting the grant on behalf of the Risk Reduction Authority.
And then,
Supervisor Simon?
just to follow up with this, we were able to pull together a special Risk Reduction Authority meeting on last Friday where these approvals took place. We had lots of conversation about budgets, other opportunities, you know, as we move forward. So the Risk Reduction Authority has approved RCD on our behalf to go for this grant, and we would work in collaboration. And I just wanted to make that known that we were able to get that done on Friday.
Okay, thank you. Anything further, Supervisor Pyska? All right. Any other comments, Supervisor Green?
Yeah, just because I don't see it called out with any great specificity, the B item on the recommended action, 25 hours of county council time for grant support. So would there be a budget allocation in there, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, actually, you know, as county council did some work for, you know, starting the RRA, and this grant fund will be to reorganize, and one of the consultants is a legal consultant that would look at new foundation documents and bylaws. I just assumed that county council, since the county is represented and the Watershed Protection District, which is represented by your board, that our county council would want to review it if he would like to.
Gwen Tavano?
Yes, we've had prior discussions with the consultant, the attorney who is also involved in this matter, and our office will be working in collaboration with that attorney when it comes to the documents that are needed to effectuate this project.
So I just want to make sure his time was covered instead of from county funds, out of these funds, if he's reviewing.
Any further questions, Supervisor Green?
Again, is being covered under his existing budget, or are you taking a slice off this future consulting contract to cover that?
It's coming out of it's the budget. He's got 25 hours budgeted in the grant application, or the response to the RFP, which would be a grant.
All right, and I know that as a JPA, it's its own standing entity. So again, we do distinguish between the county and the JPA and all that. So there's no inherent conflict with the provision of those services.
No anticipated or appearance of conflict from the services that are contemplated as far as what our office is anticipating what it would do for purposes of this project under the grant.
All right, thank you.
Quick question. We're using our fee schedule for the cost of using our county counsel's office? It's not specified within the, I mean, it's only a letter of support, so I don't know what the details are within the actual grant or anything like that. Just a quick question.
I assume so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know that my immediate thought is always that our county counsel's office is already busy with lots of things, but in speaking with county counsel, this is something that county counsel is happy to do, and so happy to support it, especially trying to take those next steps in all the major things that are happening to get this project off and running. So. Happy to move forward and provide this letter of support so that RCD can continue to do the work that it has been doing to help the RRA move forward.
Thank you.
Stephen Carter did confirm that our current fee schedule will be used for this process.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Any further questions or comments before we open it up for the public?
Just one final comment, too. In the conversations we had at the RRA board meeting, this also puts the JPA a step closer to being eligible the next time it comes out. We need to use RCD to get us those qualifications right now. And so the next time something like this comes out, the JPA will be available to move forward with something like this on our own. Always in collaboration with everybody that is at the table, but this also gives us those qualifications as we move forward,
Absolutely.
which is the registered forester, and the other stuff that's required under the grant.
Yep.
Every little step counts.
Yeah.
All right, let's open it up for public comment. Anyone wish to speak on this item? I see no hands in the Zoom room, and we're dwindling down to the folks left in the audience in the chamber, so I'll bring it back to the board for action.
Further, I move to approve a letter of support to the Lake County Resource Conservation District for a request for proposal to the Governor's Office of Planning and Research for the Forest Sector Market Development Grant with the Lake County Community Risk Reduction Authority, JPA, as the funded partner, and authorize the chair to sign.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Further move to authorize County Counsel to provide services and invoice the Lake County Community Risk Reduction Authority, JPA, for up to 25 hours of grant support.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.